mics. For some reason, the microphone is not working. I just ran out of phone storage space, so wish me luck. We're gonna get through this. I'm new here. Welcome to my Q&A series where I answer some of your burning questions. My name is Bree. I'm a full-time outdoor adventure and travel content creator. Okay, I recorded the first bit of this on my camera, but for some reason, the microphone is not working. I am sitting on the side of a road on a pullout on the main road of a national forest in Los Angeles. I could have found somewhere else to film, but this was just most convenient. So if you hear cars coming by, we're just going to try to ignore that. On today's topic of a Q&A, we are getting personal. I wanted to lead in with this for a couple of reasons. I think it's a good way for you to get to know me before we get into like more specific things, but we're going to be getting ready while I answer these questions because I have to go film. Okay, first up, have you ever thought of being married at this point in your life? Good question. I already put on my base lotion. It's the original healing cream from Eucerin. This is like how I get the best dewy look. A lot of people don't know this, but I was married when I was active duty. I am unfortunately a statistic. I didn't make it out unscathed, but I don't regret it. I learned a lot. Things are amicable. As far as this point in my life, I don't think about being married because I am not ready to get married. And after I left the military, I really wanted time to focus on myself and figure out what I wanted to do as a civilian. I had spent my entire early adulthood in the military, so I really had no idea who I was outside of the military. The only time that this really comes up for me is when I feel like societal pressure, like people asking me why I'm not married yet or really what my goals are. But to be honest, like I just want to focus on myself. I just ran out of phone storage space, so wish me luck. We're gonna get through this. Anyway, right now I just want to focus on myself and my businesses. I think whenever the time is right, it'll feel right, and right now it doesn't. So like I'm not really too worried about it. What got you through your divorce and breakup? I have been through a lot in my life, and I think I've been able to develop the skill of trusting myself to be okay. I think when you show up consistently for yourself, whether that's through commitments or taking care of yourself, your habits, your day to day life, I think you develop a degree of trust in yourself to be okay no matter what happens. So if you go through a breakup, you can say, okay, I trust myself to be okay outside of this. And because I've been okay in various other situations that have happened in my life, I just know that I'll be okay. And I have walk away power. Like I know because I trust myself, I have the ability to walk away from something that's not for me. Don't get me wrong though, my divorce was a hard one. The reason it was so hard is because it happened at such a fragile time in my life. I was deployed and my stepbrother had just passed. So everything at that point in my life was really heartbreaking to me because I was just like not performing the way that I wanted to in my military career. I think I put too much blush on. And at one point I didn't think I would get through it, but I have learned that my entire life is not based on relationships, and I have spent so much of my life trying to build my life around somebody and around a relationship, and I finally have this like confidence to get through my life without needing to rely on somebody. And I think that's huge. For the makeup girl who's watching this, I know I'm using the wrong brush. I'm a minimalist. I'm going to use one brush for everything on my face. Next question. How often do you talk to your twin? A lot of people also don't know this, that I am an identical twin. We are friendlier now than we used to be. I had to finish getting ready off camera because unfortunately I was not as prepared for this as I thought that I was, and technical issues just happen. Hopefully the next ones will go smoother. Fingers crossed. To get back to the question, my twin sister and I talk almost every day. Favorite TV show slash series? I love this question because I swear by these shows. I love Outlander. Love. It is one of the best shows I've ever watched in my life. Oh, I love The Witcher. I'm excited to see how that show is going to look now that Henry Cavill is no longer playing The Witcher, and instead it's Liam Hemsworth. I also have stains on my shirt. This is my like cozy t-shirt in my van. So naturally I've been wearing it all day. I also really love Ginny and Georgia. It's such a cute like mother-daughter show. Those are the only shows coming to my mind right now. So I'll move on to the next question. How do you like to give back? I love giving back. I would love to talk about this. So for every group trip that I host with the roaming vet, I try to give away one spot to somebody who might not be able to afford to go otherwise. They are responsible for their airfare, but I lose that profit and I come out of pocket to pay for them to go. I also do a 1% for Planet and 1% for veteran donation. And what that looks like is I donate 1% to a veteran nonprofit and 1% to a planet focused nonprofit from profits made from the group trips. I also try to get discounts or free opportunities for people. Whenever I shop for new clothes, I donate clothes. I also don't usually accept PR from brands, and if a brand sees us, they're gonna be like, we're never sending her PR again. But I usually get PR that I either will use or that I know a friend or family member would use, and I give it to them so that they can try it. I think that's such a privilege to be able to do as a content creator. I'm also always exploring new options of things that I can do to give back. Long-term plans you feel comfortable sharing. Despite posting about my life online, I am considerably a private person. My long-term plans are that I will be driving the Pan American Highway beginning this summer for about 2 years. After that, I would love to buy property, whether that's investment property or somewhere I can build. I wouldn't stop doing van life. It would just be nice to have a place that I can stage out of. Outside of that, on a business side of things, I am expanding, and I'm excited to share more about that. Book recommendations. I read everything from nonfiction to fiction. I am a big fantasy sci-fi girly. I also love reading history books, and I love personal development. One book that I'm reading right now, I'm actually not reading it, I'm listening to the audio book of it on Spotify, is The 100 Million Offers Philosophy by Alex Hormozy. I love learning how to expand my business and be better at things. So if you do too, I highly recommend that. But I will list some books in the description of this video because I can't list them all right now off the top of my head. But I do want to share some with you. Next question. What year were you born? 1996. I am 28 years old. 30 is quickly approaching. This might be a two-part series. I might do a second one on a personal note because I did another Q&A box. But for now, that is all for my personal Q&A. The next video topics that I will be covering in this series include content creation and photography, van life. That's going to be a two-part series. My adventure pup Chandler and the military. There might be a couple more, who knows? But right now, that's what I have planned. I actually strategized for this. I never strategize content, but I've learned that for YouTube, you need to do that. So that's what you can look forward to in my next couple of series with some one-off like hiking videos and other random things that I post. So if you want to follow along, I would love if you did. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel below. I will also link all of my other social platforms in the description. My goal with this series is to get personal because I want to connect with people beyond parasocial dynamics. Wish me luck on future videos because this was a little bit chaotic. I guess I could have fit a couple more questions into this one. Forgive me. There will be more questions on the future ones, I promise.